So we got our bot here. Yep. Okay.
Here we go.
And we nicknamed him the Daywalker. We got our team, me, Peter John Baptiste. We got Ben Cromley. And we got Matthew Johnson here. So basically, how we put this together is we use the kit, the Magician Chassis. This is basically this whole structure here. Then we use Arduino motor shield to put on top of the Arduino board so that we can channel information from the Arduino board to the Arduino to move the motors. Then we have the sensors here. We have a photodiode and we have an infrared LED. They basically read the information so that the bot can stay on the black line and not move from the black line. We have our power right here, powered by 4 AA batteries. We have this bearing over here that allows us to move the full 360 rotations. We have the servo motors that basically move the wheels. Got this wired together with nice wires. We got it hanging there like true engineers.
It's flexible.
We use improvisation. We use improv. We're on the job engineers.
Creative.
Alright, a little about the breadboard. These are our LEDs, the dark blue ones. These are our phototransistors, which detect light, which turns it into current. And the red up here is our 5 volts. The black is our ground on here. And all the inputs go to analog pin 0, 1, and 2. And they correspond with the brown, green wire, and blue wire over here. The yellow goes to analog, or goes to pin 9, not analog. The power for the 3 sensor units are all running parallel, hence the green wire here connecting them all. Also the resistors, this is the 220 ohm resistor, and the big one next to it is the 10K ohm resistor.
We have in our Arduino code, first we start out by introducing the different variables we're going to have, which we have the LDR1 for sensor 1, the LDR2 for sensor 2, which is our center sensor, and LDR3 for the third sensor. We also introduce a variable called start speed, which is going to be 150, and we're going to offset that either positively or negatively by our rotate, which we're going to do at 30. Here we introduce our threshold, which is the amount of difference between either sensor 1 and 2 or sensor 2 and 3, which will cause the bot to initiate a turn. And so now we get to our calibration. We're going to have the LED lights turn on, and then we're going to read photo transistor 1, 2, and 3 10 times, as this for loop indicates. And we're going to take that and we're going to get an average value for each of those as a reference point. Then we're going to turn the lights back off and we are done calibrating. Next we move on to setup, where we're defining the pin mode lights as an output, and speed 1 and 2 as an output, and direction 1 and 2 as an output, which allows us to set the speed of our 2 servo motors and the direction as forward. Our void loop. Here we start both servos at start speed that we've discussed before, and we set them both moving forward. Then we set our setup is so that if LDR1 reads a greater value than LDR2 by a threshold of more than 100, then we initiate left offset, which will be start speed of 150 for the left motor and plus the 30 for rotation. So we'll have a speed of 180 on the left motor and a speed of 120 on the right motor. And we do that the same thing for the other side. That's how we get our turns, and that's how the bot will shift in order to stay on the black line.